region that raised him. Welcome Tyler Hood to Red Barn Radio.
Thank you, Brad. This first song's called Alone Here With You. It's kind of about dealing with your problems. That's what it sounds about. That ring on your finger, it tears you apart, and you tell me each day how I'm breaking your heart, and I know that I'll never be anywhere good enough, it's true. And I can't keep wasting my time alone here with you. That ring on your finger is like lies on a tongue, and the sunset don't look like it did when you were young, and the smell of the morning makes you think, Lord, what did I do? And I can't keep wasting my time alone here with you. Oh, why don't you pack up and hit the road, never come home? Oh, I would, but the house is paid off, and I'm too damn broke for a loan. If you would quit talking me down, we maybe could work something out. Till then I'll be down in the basement, I'm tired of you. That ring on your finger was a year of my life, chopping up firewood to make you my wife, and your friends said I was cheap, but I was broke, it's all I could do. And I can't wait to start my life over anywhere without you. I got my hand on a shovel and a yard perfect green, I'm headed to town for a bag of grass seed. If you don't quit your bitching before I get back from town, I'll put all our problems deep under the ground.
Whoa.
Best part right here. Now that ring on your finger, it's covered in dirt, and the sun's coming up. I gotta get back to work and go sleep in my bed for the first time since I said I do. And I'll live out the rest of my life alone here with you.
All right, all right. Hey, Sue. Hey, Lab. Thanks for hanging out. Played a couple songs.
Good evening, and welcome to Red Barn Radio, wherever they use Lexington and go on to
And Sam Magneton Stringy is like
And it's kind of just about being put it at. This next song is called Better Days. I wrote it as a Gen Z individual, and it's kind of just about being born into a broken world. We get a bad rap for being, I don't know if I can say this word, but shithead kids, but we're kind of born into something messed up, and we can't buy houses, and we're all pissed off, so that's kind of where the song came from. The promised land ain't as wide as it is hollow, and the dreams of all our fathers grown too dry for us to swallow, and the holes in our hearts can't be mended by a book. We don't know which way to turn, we don't know which way to look. And come tomorrow morning, I'll be as far as I can from here. Have no worries, shed no tears, but I'm never turning back. I'll be on that train back home, burning everything but coal. You can get a ticket for the price of going old. And I know you used to tell me didn't have to be this way, but there ain't no time for talking love Here's to better days.
Sweet.
I've been sitting in this room for as long as I can think, and I ain't had nothing to drink since tomorrow afternoon. And the pictures on the wall, they don't bother me at all, 'cause I'm dreaming of you smiling and thinking of me too. And the rivers in the trees, they no longer call my name like they did back when I was just a child. And the ones who had to leave, and the ones I tried to blame, are like the God I used to pray to but ain't heard from in a while. And I know you used to tell me didn't have to be this way, but there ain't no time for talking love. Here's to better days. Well, the wind don't blow no more on your stone or on my door or on any other miles in between. But I swear I hear you calling my name out in the darkness, but damn it, won't you find your way to me? 'Cause I know you used to tell me didn't have to be this way, but there ain't no time for talking love. Here's to better days. Here's to better days.
All right. Here's to better days, Mongos. Why does this say keep doing that? All right. That was a pretty good intro, man. Thanks for showing up. I like to start stuff, with music, man. I like to start with some music, man. Kind of get in the mood, chilling. Hope you guys are good. All right, man. They erased the currency from us, man. They erased.
There's a version of American economic history they teach in schools. It's clean, it's linear. It goes something like this. We were chaotic, we were disorganized, we had too many currencies, too many competing interests. And then wise men in Washington brought order, federal order, standardized money, progress. That's the version. But the deeper I looked into the financial legislation of the 1860s and 1870s, the more I kept running into the same unsettling details. The National Banking Acts taxed locally issued currency out of existence quietly until it was no longer viable. The Coinage Act of 1873 removed silver from legal tender in legislation so dense and technical that congressmen later admitted they hadn't understood what they'd voted for. And both acts together ensured that going forward, the only money Americans could legally use was money created through and owed back to centralized banking institutions, currency backed not by land, not by grain, not by anything a working person actually produced, but by government debt and bank credit. Okay.
Safe flight.
Hey, you guys need windshield? I got you, man. These guys are great. You get a windshield? They're so great. So great. Yeah, don't do that. Don't get that. There's some smaller companies out there. I had my window replaced not too long ago. It was like $300. Did a good job, man. Sweet.
Maybe that's just America. Maybe that's just coincidence. But then Britain does it in 1844. Germany follows in 1875. Canada restructures in 1871. Japan models its entire banking system on the American Acts in 1872. Australia centralizes by 1878. France tightens the bank to France's monopoly through the same decade. All of them, same window, same solution, same result. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see a bunch of Mongos sitting around a table with papers, you know you're getting fucked over. That's all there is to it. That's just the way it works.
Let me tell you what actually existed in America before 1863. Before the National Banking Acts, the United States operated under what historians blandly call a free banking era, from roughly 1837 to 1863. And the name, I think, is misleading, because what it describes wasn't chaos. It was something far more interesting. It was locality. Individual states chartered their own banks. Those banks issued their own currency.
I got some old family photos from my grandparents, great-grandparents, that look very similar to this right there. Yep. They're just having a Sunday afternoon picnic or whatever.
Chartered their own banks. Those banks issued their own currency. And here is the part that matters most, the part that gets glossed over in every standard economic textbook. Much of that currency was backed by something real: land, commodities, warehouse receipts, agricultural assets, actual tangible wealth that existed in the physical world. A farmer in Ohio could walk into a locally chartered bank, present his land deed or his stored grain, and receive currency reflecting the value of that asset. He wasn't borrowing from a distant institution. He was, in a very real sense, monetizing his own productive capacity. This raises a simple but critical question. If the system was so chaotic, so dangerous, why did commerce flourish? Why did towns grow? Why did roads get built?
Why did all the Tartaria buildings get built? What the hell?
Dangerous. Why did commerce flourish? Why did towns grow? Why did roads get built? Granaries get filled? Small industries take root? All without a centralized federal monetary authority telling anyone what their money was worth. The official explanation is that the system was fraudulent. Wildcat banking, they called it, banks issuing more notes than they could redeem, banks appearing in the wilderness and disappearing over.
Wildcat banking. I never heard that term before, man. Wildcat.
Is that the system was fraudulent. Wildcat.
The system is fraudulent.
The official explanation is that the system was fraudulent. Wildcat banking, they called it, banks issuing more notes than they could redeem, banks appearing in the wilderness and disappearing overnight. And yes, that happened. I'm not pretending it didn't. But here's the strangest part when you look at the actual banking failure rates, when you look at the states with the most robust land-backed currency systems, states like New York, Louisiana, Indiana, the record is considerably more stable than the official narrative suggests. Louisiana's banking system in particular, backed by a combination of specie and commercial assets, survived financial panics that crushed institutions in other states. Not weaker, not more chaotic, more resilient. So why don't we talk about that?
Why don't we? Why don't we talk about that? I can't do his accent. Why don't we talk about that?
The deeper I went into the pre-Civil War monetary record, the more I noticed something strange. Something that doesn't fit the narrative of inevitable necessary reform. What I found was a system. Messy, yes, imperfect, certainly. But a system in which financial power was distributed. In which a citizen's relationship to money was mediated not by a distant authority, but by institutions they could, in principle, walk into, argue with, hold accountable.
Yeah, so you could go to, your local bank in town and meet Joe and go, hey, man, last year I grew, 20 tons of this and 20 tons of that, and I sold it for this, sold it for that. But now I can, I'm looking to expand, bro. Give me some money. And be like, okay, Joe, you're good, bro. You're good. There you go. Yeah, it was kind of, local. The local bank, man. You pay him back. It worked out.
1864, 1873, three pieces of legislation, three quiet earthquakes. The National Banking Act of 1863, refined and strengthened in 1864, did several things that sound administrative and dry until you look at them carefully. It created a system of nationally chartered banks.
Oh, National Bank. Aw. Hey, that's a good idea. Let's go with that. There's always a cock to take the cocks down, man. It's like, that's why I think these Mongols will end up eating themselves, man. It kind of seems like they're doing it now. Fuck Flat Earth, exactly. Fuck that. I should change my name to Fuck Flat Earth, dude.
Carefully.
Come on, sir.
It created a system of nationally chartered banks. These national banks could issue standardized currency, national banknotes, but only if they purchased United States government bonds and deposited them with the federal comptroller of the currency.
Did you guys catch on? You guys, rewind that again. I kind of...
National banknotes, but only if they purchased United States government bonds and deposited them with the federal comptroller of the currency. The currency they then issued was backed not by local assets, not by land or grain or physical productive wealth, but by government debt. The backing shifted from productive assets to government obligations, from things that existed in the physical world to promises made by the state. And the state then taxed the old currency out of existence. A 10% tax was levied on state banknotes, not prohibited out.
Yeah, we got some digital stuff coming. Yeah, you're right. No doubt. XRP, or could be... What's the US one? US coin? Something? Fuck, I don't know. There's a shitload of them. But yeah, one of them's going to take over.
A 10% tax was levied on state banknotes, not prohibited outright, not declared illegal by fiat, just taxed, incrementally, relentlessly, until it was no longer economically viable to issue them. This raises a simple but critical question. Why tax rather than ban? If the old currency was genuinely dangerous, if it was truly fraudulent and chaotic, why not simply outlaw it? Why use the slower, quieter mechanism of taxation to achieve what could have been done by direct prohibition?
Why not? Why the F not?
Of taxation to achieve what could have been done by direct prohibition. The answer, I think, may be in what the slower mechanism conceals. A ban is visible. A ban generates resistance. A ban leaves a clear historical record of what was lost and why. But a tax looks like fiscal policy. It looks like economic management. It looks like the ordinary business of governance. Not a prohibition, not a seizure, not a declaration of war on local monetary sovereignty. Just a tax.
Just a tax. Just a tax, bro. Come on, sir. XRP, XLM. Yeah. I don't know what these fucking coins are, bro. Shit. You know, there's so many coins. XRP's definitely been around for a minute. These other ones, they probably been around. I haven't heard of them. Nobody I know is talking about them. You keep deleting your messages, Zern. I hate that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop that. Hey, man, I'm building a shack today. Kind of shitty looking, but, you know, we got some rain coming. Trust me, bro. This will keep you dry. Okay. I like it. Where's the lumber stack, man? It looks like they're out of lumber. Uh-oh. Fuck. They're not going to finish. It's not going to get finished.
It's a declaration of war on local monetary sovereignty. Just a tax. Just paperwork. And that's where the National Banking Acts become impossible to ignore.
Take your wrench away, fucker.
Now we come to 1873. The Coinage Act. An act that even some contemporaries instead called the Crime of 73. The Coinage Act reorganized US coinage, and in doing so quietly omitted the standard silver dollar from the list of coins to be minted.
It is.
Silver had been a legal tender metal since the founding of the Republic, since 1792. For 81 years, silver was money, standard, constitutional, real. And then, in a piece of legislation so dense, so technical, so deliberately difficult to pass that many of the congressmen who voted for it later claimed they hadn't understood what it contained, silver was gone. Here's the strangest part. The omission wasn't announced, it wasn't debated openly. It was buried, tucked into the technical specifications of coinage weights and compositions, where only those with specific expertise or specific foreknowledge would recognize what was happening. This raises a simple but critical question. Who benefits from the demonetization of silver? Silver was abundant in the American West. Silver was accessible. Silver was decentralized. You could mine it, refine it, bring it to the mint. It was a commodity with intrinsic value that existed independent.
Dude, they already have like a gold-backed Bitcoin, or freaking. They already got it. Somebody was talking about it like a couple weeks ago, man. Yeah, I saw that. It's like $70 now. I don't know, somewhere around there. I knew some people that bought it at like 100. I'm like, don't do it. Wait. But no, they bought it. 90. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I know some people that bought it 98. Yeah, I got up to 128 for silver, which is totally crazy, bro. I mean, years ago you could have bought it for $1 or $2. It was cheap as shit. Now, $128. Damn. I got to go back to this other picture. This looks like total chaos in here, man. Who's in control here? I don't have any money, Zern. I don't buy shit. Fuck. Any money? I got fucking money or so. Just a bunch of extra money laying around. Buy some XRP. Dude, I don't live like that. You don't live like that.
This raises a simple but critical question. Who benefits from the demonetization of silver? Silver was abundant in the American West. Silver was accessible. Silver was decentralized. You could mine it, refine it, bring it to the mint. It was a commodity with intrinsic value that existed independently of any bank's balance sheet, any government's bond issuance, any centralized institution's decision to extend.
Is that Grandpa in the back, or is that the banker kicking him off the land? I don't know, man. You could go either way with that. He looks like a banker guy. He does.
Any government's bond issuance, any centralized institution's decision to extend or...
You got something at 0.5 cent that's going to be $21? SHX. Stronghold. Yeah, I could see dropping 100 or 2 in that. Just mess around. Yeah, that's not undoable. I should have bought Bitcoin at, 700, but I missed that. I was there, but shit happens, Zern. Shit happens, bro.
Withhold credit. Gold, by contrast, was scarce, concentrated, held in large quantities by a very small number of institutions and individuals. Fixing the monetary system to gold alone, the effect of the 1873 Act, meant fixing it to something only a few could control. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision. First, tax away the locally issued currency. Then, remove the accessible commodity metal from legal tender. Then standardize around the remaining assets, government bonds, gold, that happen to be concentrated in the fewest hands. Not reform, not simplification, not modernization, consolidation.
Hey, Zern, man, we had a pretty busy weekend with the old orange man. He got busy, said, fuck all y'all, and let's go to town. We're going to town, Mongos. And, oh, shit, what's the town? Oh, fuck. It's a big town. It's pretty big. It's like 2.5 times the size of Texas. It's pretty big. And yeah, they got busy last weekend, man. They got all kinds of shit going down. Fucking spending billions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we saw that coming. I read the PNAC back in the day. Yeah. Right, Zern? Come on, bro. I know you're on top of it. You're fucking... I know you're on top of this shit. This horse shit.
I want to stop here and ask you something. What if this wasn't only an American story? Because the deeper I went into the monetary history of other industrializing nations in the same period, the 1860s through the 1880s, the more the pattern repeated. With unsettling precision, Britain had already largely centralized monetary authority through the Bank Charter Act of 1844, which gave the Bank of England monopoly control over note issuance and tied the currency to gold. Before that act, private banks throughout England and Scotland issued their own notes, backed by their own assets, accountable to their own local communities. After 1844, one bank, one note, one standard. And that standard backed by what the central institution held, not what local communities produced. Canada. The Dominion Notes Act of 1868 and the subsequent banking legislation of the 1870s moved aggressively toward federal control of currency issuance, restricting the ability of provincial and private institutions to issue competing notes.
Dude, that's a hell of a prediction, bro. Zern, you're getting... Yeah. 10,000 an ounce, 500 an ounce. All right. Give it 3 years. Let's see what happens. Check it out, man. Check it out.
70s moved aggressively toward Fed.
All right, how much you want to bet? $100? I bet you $100. All right. In 3 years, you're gonna owe me $100, which will be worth like 12 cents, but that's okay. It might buy a gallon of gas at this point. Yeah. You're gonna bet me a blue moon? Hey, that's right. Tonight's the blue moon. Well, it's an eclipse tonight, man. Holy shit! Where's Lev? Lev, you still here, bro? Yeah, he might have seen it already. I don't know. Anyway, fuck, I'm all over the place. Freaking Mongo. What the hell's wrong with me?
Subsequent banking legislation of the 1870s moved aggressively toward federal control of currency issuance, restricting the ability of provincial and private institutions to issue competing notes. Germany. The Reichsbank was established in 1876, consolidating currency issuance from dozens of state banks into a single national institution following German unification. Japan. The National Bank Act of 1872 modeled explicitly, and I do mean explicitly, on the American...
All right, that picture looks AI. I mean, I don't know. Why? Where is this guy climbing up the fucking ladder to? He's going to go to the top of the ladder to what? What the fuck is he doing? I mean, he's not going anywhere. And this Mongo down here, he's what? Got a hoe in his hand? Yeah, this is an AI picture. And then you got little Mary over here doing laundry. It's totally fuzzy picture. Yeah, the dude on the ladder, AI fucked up, man. I'm sorry, bro. What's he going up there to fucking hammer one nail in? Come on. He ain't humping the ladder to fucking hammer one nail. Yes. All right. Enjoy the eclipse tonight, everybody. I'm probably going to miss it, but it happens. Hey, guess what, Zern? My totality is 3:33 in the morning. 333, bro. Nah, really? That's what it said. I was like, okay. Well, I won't be up. I got to work tomorrow, but, you know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to be there. Anyway, super AI picture. Yeah. On 3-3. 3-3 on 3-3. 3-3 on 3-3. Yeah, that's going to be crazy, man.
Unification.
Oh, shit. All the stars lined up last weekend. Did you see all the planets lined up last weekend? And it was like, oh, my God, that's a really good time to go fucking to war. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Let's go. All the planets lined up. Let's go. We got to use whatever we got to use this, this situation in the sky to, give us the best chance of success, bro. You got to use the esoteric knowledge, man. You got to use that shit, man. Yeah. Well, shoot. Yeah, you guys. All right. Back to the currency. Currents, like the oceans. The oceans have
Japan.
currents.
The National Bank Act of 1872, modelled explicitly, and I do mean explicitly, on the American National Banking Act of 1864, created a centralised system replacing the chaotic but locally grounded monetary arrangements of the feudal period. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision, country after country, decade after decade, as if they were following instructions they didn't fully understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'll try to catch it. But yeah, I guess still got my P900. Bet your ass. Yeah, they discontinued that bad boy. I don't know. My buddy bought a 950. I tried to use a 1000 one time. That thing weighed like 4 pounds. This is ridiculous. But yeah, the P900 kills it. Still kills it today. Here we are, 11 years later? It's like, yeah, okay, it still works.
Unsettling precision, country after country, decade after decade, as if they were following instructions they didn't fully understand, or perhaps instructions they understood very well. Within roughly a 30-year window, 1844 to 1876, nearly every major industrializing economy on Earth transitioned from distributed, locally issued, asset-backed currency systems to centralized, institutionally controlled, debt-backed monetary frameworks. The timing is not accidental. It cannot be accidental. The coordination required across sovereign nations, across competing political systems, across different legal traditions and cultural contexts, the coordination required for this to be coincidental is simply not available to probability.
That's the same thing when it comes to like outer space, man. How could all these countries, coordinate fake in space, bro? I mean, I get that. I still get that question to this day. I still get it. You're telling me that all these countries they all know it's fake, but they don't tell on each other. Why wouldn't Russia just come out and like spill the beans, bro? Why wouldn't they just come out and like? No, these institutions, and they're all tied at the hip, and they're all like, how do we make more money? Can we make money with space? Oh shit, yeah, we're in. We can make some money with space. They're all bedfellows. Exactly, sir. Yeah. Yep. What's up, Larry? We're into the banking still, bro. We're back at it, man. Let's go again. I gotta back it up. All these institutions all agreed to come up with some, worldwide monetary situation that works, and they all agreed, but they also agreed to fake space, So there's that too. So I'm just saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Systems across different legal traditions and cultural contexts, The coordination required for this to be coincidental is simply not available to probability. This is where the official explanation collapses. The official story is that each nation independently, rationally, pragmatically decided to modernize.
Oh, fuck, Larry. Hey, guess what, man? We decided to go and fucking kick some ass in the Middle East, bro. Oh, shit, we've been doing that for decades? My bad. Oh. Well, we picked a new territory, apparently, to go kick some ass. America. Fuck yeah. All right.
That each nation independently, rationally, pragmatically decided to modernize its monetary system. That each set of legislators looked at their own chaotic local situation and concluded that centralization was the answer. But the simultaneity, the uniformity of the solution, the identical mechanism tax, regulate and ultimately eliminate the competing local currency applied across jurisdictions with no formal coordination mechanism. That's the anomaly. That's where I keep getting stuck. Let me be precise about what this transition created, not what critics claim, not what partisans assert, what the structural mechanics of the new system actually produced. Under locally issued asset-backed currency, the creation of money was tied to the creation of value. A farmer who grew wheat, stored it, and obtained a warehouse receipt that functioned as currency, that farmer had expanded the money supply in proportion to real productive output. The money existed because the wheat existed. No intermediary was required to determine whether the wheat was real. The wheat was real. Under the new system, government bond-backed national currency, gold standard, centralized issuance, money entered circulation through a fundamentally different mechanism. Banks borrowed from central institutions, governments issued bonds, currency was created, not from productive assets, but from credit extended by centralized authorities.
Yeah, welcome to the Fiat Mongo system, bro. Fiat Mongos, I'm going to call them. Jibby Jedi would approve. Fiat Cox. How about that? The Fiat Cox? Yeah. Follow the money.
Not from productive assets, but from credit extended by centralized authorities. And credit, unlike land, unlike grain, unlike stored commodities, must be repaid with interest. Here's what that means structurally.
With interest, Mongos. With interest. You cucks. Come on.
In the old system,
yeah, Zulu, Jibby, Skiba. There's a lot of Mongos that died, man, out here in our peoples, man. Ay, man. Subrats, he's gone. Yeah, there was a lot, man. Who's that crazy Irish guy, man? I forget. Yeah, Skiba died back in 2021. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, we lost a lot, man. Dude, you guys remember Josh? Uber Josh? We lost him, man. Yeah, we lost some soldiers, man. Sheeps and Neeps. There you go. Yeah, you remember that manga. Yeah, he was crazy, man. I was like, I couldn't understand a whole lot of his fucking what he was saying, but yeah, Uber's fucking gone. Yeah. Josh, he went by Uber Josh or Uber Flat Earth. His name was Josh. Yeah, we lost some Mongos, man. We've lost them, physically, and we've lost a lot of Mongos, just because they're gone. They stopped doing anything, and then we've lost some Mongos into the weeds, man, like Poncho. Yeah, Flat Earth Fokker, Mark Mac, not Mark Mac. Mark was Zulu. My bad. Yeah. Nah, Snack's still around, man. Snack. No. Snack's still with us, bro. Anyway, back to the movie. Back to the movie. Hitch. No, he's still around. He's still around. No. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going, man. The banking system is a cock shit show from hell, man. Who else is gone? Damn. There's a few, man. You guys remember. You guys know.
Community that produced value could, within limits, create money reflecting that value. The financial system was downstream of the productive system. Money followed productivity. In the new system, productivity became downstream of finance. You could not build, plant, mine, or manufacture.
No. Merle he's gone. Like, he's not around. He moved, he went to, like, Ireland? I think he's in Ireland, bro. But yeah, he's not doing anything. Murrow. Shout out to Murrow. Yeah.
Became downstream of finance. You could not build, plant, mine, or manufacture without first obtaining credit from an institution that determined whether you were creditworthy. The institution didn't follow the economy. The economy followed the institution. This raises a simple but critical question.
Healthy Skeptic? Oh, man, I love that guy, dude. He was great. He just disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah. Rosie. What about Roxanne? Whatever happened to her, man? She dead? What about all those English mongos, man? There was a bunch of them. Fucking, they were out there doing like the European flat Earth tour. How about all those mongos? Where are they? None of them are around. Not one. There was all kinds of meetups and flat Earth smacking. It was going on all over the place, man. They're all gone. Healthy's on Discord. How do you know that? You're not on Discord, Larry. How the fuck do you know that, bro? Just being real with you. Helioskeptic. He just got off, man. His channel 24/7 Flat Earth Discord's still going, but he's not. Helio ain't doing nothing. I see him in the chat once in a while. It just became really unhealthy for him to be out there. I know he was a heavy drinker. I think that just kind of pushed him over the edge, man. He had to clean it up. Yeah, there's yeah, Nathan Oakley's, or Nathan Jokley, or Patricia. Patricia went fucking globetard, man. She went full fucking tardo. Well, no, she didn't really, because she doesn't do anything anymore. She just said, no, those guys went to Antarctica, and, you know, I'll see you guys later, man. I know I was involved in this fraudulent, coin, and we raised a bunch of money, and it turns out to be fraudulent. Oh shit. Yeah, Patricia, Robbie, Jeranism, Paul on the plane. They all got involved with some kind of coin. I think like started with an A. Damn it. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it turned out to be a big fucking shit coin. And a bunch of people put money into it. They were all promoting it, the shit out of it. But yeah, I don't know whatever happened. But yeah. Turned out bad, man. Turned out bad. Yeah. Yeah, it turned out bad. It's just like the banking system for average people to go out and rip people off. Hey, man, I created this new bank over here. It's called the Kenny Coin, And I want you guys to put money into it. And, you know, it's worth fucking... It's just digital shit and fucking doesn't really back anything. It's the same thing we're watching here that happened, like, with a guy that actually grew wheat. He has wheat in the barn, you know, bales and bales of it. And it's worth something to somebody. But since you don't have the wheat in there, but we can kind of make it work, you know, that we really don't have wheat, but we got this, you know, fake wheat idea. We got an idea about wheat. And, you know, we're going to loan out money and charge interest. Yeah, it's a big shit show, man. But, yeah, the crypto is giving anybody a chance to go be a bank, make up some money, and everybody gets, you know, screwed at the end or something. I don't know, man. Yeah.
That determined whether you were creditworthy. The institution didn't follow the economy. The economy followed the institution. This raises a simple but critical question.
Did you guys catch that? Let me repeat that again. The institution did not follow the economy. The economy follows the institution. How stupid is that shit?
Institution that determined whether you were creditworthy. The institution didn't follow the economy. The economy followed the institution. This raises a simple but critical question. If your money comes from debt, if every dollar in circulation represents an obligation to a lending institution, then is it possible to ever collectively pay off that debt? If the money to pay the interest was itself created as debt, where does the interest come from? The answer, mathematically, structurally, is that it can't, not in aggregate. Some individual borrowers pay off their debts, but the system as a whole, the total stock of debt-backed money, must perpetually expand to service itself. More debt to pay the interest on existing debt. More credit extended. More dependency deepened. This is not a fringe observation. This is arithmetic, and that arithmetic, that structural dependency, is what the Coinage Act of 1873, the National Banking Acts of 1863 and 1864, and their equivalents around the world quietly, technically, bureaucratically installed. Not with guns, not with declarations, with coinage weights and bond collateral requirements and a 10% tax. When I started looking for the physical record of what was lost, not the theoretical record, but the tangible surviving evidence of how locally issued currency systems actually functioned, I kept running into the same problem. The records are thin, not entirely absent, not completely erased, but thin in a way that seems disproportionate to the scale of what existed. For a period spanning nearly 3 decades of active, widespread local banking, thousands of chartered state institutions, millions of individual notes in circulation, the surviving documentation is remarkably sparse. Some of what we have, the notes themselves, those that survive in private collections and museum archives, the designs are extraordinary. An 1850s Ohio banknote bearing an engraving.
Yep. I'm on time here with this one, Zern. You're right, bro. Yeah, they're about to come out with this new U.S. coin or whatever it's gonna be, man. But yeah, we're headed for
the designs,
the evolution of money, man. Yeah, we're headed into some shit show, man. People are gonna be pissed, but it's all right, man. Yeah, banking led you to flat Earth, Larry. I remember you telling the story, man. You know, the fiat currency. You're like, oh shit, these Mongos. What else are they lying to us about? Oh, okay. The shape of the... Oh, okay. Fuck it. Let's look at that. Let's look at the Earth.
Documentation is remarkably sparse. Some of what we have, the notes themselves, those that survive in private collections and museum archives, the designs are extraordinary. An 1850s Ohio banknote bearing an engraving of a canal lock and a local landmark. A Wisconsin note depicting a farmer with a plow. A Louisiana note incorporating both English and French text. These weren't just money, they were community artifacts, They bore the identity of the places that issued them, and then they were taxed out of existence. And
Why are most of these Mongols bald? I wonder. I wonder if baldness has to do with corruption. I don't know, man. Although Orange Man still has some pretty nice hair, right? Orange Man. I love that. Is that a Zern original? Orange Man good? I think it was. I was like, yeah. He might have robbed that from somebody, but it was good. I still laugh about it. It's still funny to me.
these weren't just money, they were community artifacts. They bore the identity of the places that issued them, and then they were taxed out of existence, and most of them were destroyed, not archived, not preserved in federal vaults as historical records. Destroyed, because a cancelled withdrawn banknote had no value, it was paper, it was waste. And so the physical record of what local monetary sovereignty looked like, what it felt like to hold in your hand money that bore the name of your community and the assets of your neighbours.
That'd be cool. I got the money that would bear the name of my community, bro. That sounds good. Yeah, Orange Man good. It was hilarious, dude. I never forgot that one, man. Thank goodness.
And money that bore the name of your community and the assets of your neighbours. That record was burned. The silence was deafening. I've spent time with local historical societies in Ohio, in Indiana, in rural Georgia. The banking records from the free banking era, the ledgers, the correspondence, the records of what was used as collateral, what assets backed, what notes. They're patchy, fragmentary, inconsistent.
How's that feel? What's that like? My favorite ones are, every time I hear that a reporter ask that, what's it like? You won the championship. How's it feel? And I always think, what's it feel like? What's it feel like, Zern? What does it feel like? Yeah, it's just hilarious. But that's a fucking typical interview with somebody who just won a championship or something. But yeah, what's it like? How's it feel? Yeah, what's it like? How's that feel, bro? Feels good, man. It feels great. Yeah, it's so great. It's like totally tubular, man. It feels like tubular, bro. What's up, Wolfman? It feels tubular, bro. It feels good, man.
In rural Georgia, the banking records from the free banking era, the ledgers, the correspondence, the records of what was used as collateral, what assets backed, what notes. They're patchy, fragmentary, inconsistent. Not because the record keeping was poor. By all accounts, many of these institutions maintain meticulous books. But the books didn't survive. The transition periods are documented. The establishment of national bank charters is documented. What came before? Fragments, as if the paper trail, like the currency itself, was quietly, persistently allowed to disappear. I keep coming back to the coordination problem because it's the anomaly I can't explain away. 30 years. Dozens of sovereign nations, the same solution applied to the same problem, too much local monetary autonomy, with the same structural result: centralized control, debt-backed currency, dependency on institutional credit. No international treaty mandated this. No global authority existed to coordinate it. The nations involved were, in many cases, competitive rivals: Britain and Germany, the United States and Britain, Japan positioning itself.
Wait, Zern, weren't you like, you moved to Florida? Okay. COVID killed you. Oh, man. I did not know this. I haven't talked to you in years, but it's been a minute. Sorry, bro. Well, I hope you're doing good, bro. Near the beach. You gotta love that, man. Near the beach. Near the beach.
Years. Dozens of sovereign nations, the same solution applied to the same problem: too much local monetary autonomy, with the same structural result: centralized control, debt-backed currency, dependency on institutional credit. No international treaty mandated this. No global authority existed to coordinate it. The nations involved were, in many cases, competitive rivals: Britain and Germany, the United States and Britain, Japan positioning itself against Western powers. They had every incentive to diverge, to differentiate, to experiment, and yet the pattern repeats. With unsettling precision, the evidence suggests something much larger than a series of independent, rational decisions. It suggests the possibility of a shared...
I'm losing the plot here, man. Yeah, I mean, there's ways we could pull it together, man, but it's so much more difficult than it used to be. You know, Poncho or Snack or GB, somebody would just get a live stream going and say, hey, man, here's the link. Join us. Let's talk. Let's hang out. It was easy, man. It was super fucking easy. It's not that easy. You know, I can put together, it's a Google Meet. We could do the, what's up, GM? Yeah, we could do Google Meet, Discord, whatever, man. I mean, there's plenty of platforms out there to get together, man. All right, but it's not easy. It's not like it used to be, man. It was so, they had to get rid of it. It was too easy, man. You literally could, from your, like, any computer anywhere, you could just go to YouTube and start a Hangout live stream, bro. Go. Like 7 clicks, you're set, man. Give it a title, boom, go. Yeah, they got rid of that shit, man, as fast as they could, man. You got to pay for that shit now. Fucking pisses me off, man. All right, back to the banking. Let's get back to banking, bitches. Fuck. Just trying to get through this banking.
To differentiate, to experiment, and yet the pattern repeats. With unsettling precision, the evidence suggests something much larger than a series of independent, rational decisions. It suggests the possibility of a shared framework, a common set of ideas circulating among the economic and political elites of industrializing nations, ideas about what money should be, who should control it, and how that control should be institutionalized. We know those networks existed. The correspondence between American Treasury officials and their British counterparts in the 1860s. The explicit modelling of Japanese banking legislation on American precedents. The influence of German monetary thinking on American institutional design. The networks were real. The communication was real. What remains unclear, what the historical record cannot quite resolve, or perhaps will not quite resolve, is whether what circulated through those networks was merely knowledge or something closer to instruction. Were these legislators and financiers independently reaching similar conclusions from similar premises? Or were they receiving, through channels we cannot fully document, something more like a blueprint? I'm not going to tell you which, I don't know which, and I'm suspicious of anyone who claims to. But the question I cannot stop asking, deserves to be asked. What strikes me most in the end is not the legislation, not the technical mechanisms, not even the structural...
All right, GM took some acid. He's back on track. Got slammed back on track. I like it. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Recharge. Let's go. Let's go to work. Let's do it.
I don't know which, and I'm suspicious of anyone who claims to. But the question I cannot stop asking, deserves to be asked. What strikes me most in the end is not the legislation, not the technical mechanisms, not even the structural consequences, as profound as those are. What strikes me is the silence, the transition from distributed...
All right, Mongos, that's a fucking AI picture. 100%. AI's coming for you, Zern. Fuck, AI is coming for all of us, Mongo. Shit, we are all gonna be AI'd. That is an AI picture. Ain't no fucking, you ain't bringing a horse in the fucking or it looks like a drawing. Actually, it doesn't even look like it's a shitty AI drawing. It's horse shit, man. It's totally shit, man. Yeah, you're into some shitty weather, Wolfman. Fuck, you are into fuck all. You guys got blasted, man. Sorry, brother. All right.
Locally rooted, asset-backed monetary systems to centralized, debt-backed, institutionally controlled currency was, in objective terms, one of the most significant reorganizations of economic power in human history. It fundamentally altered the relationship between ordinary people and the institutions that governed their financial lives. It shifted the locus of monetary creation from community to institution, from productivity to credit, from the tangible to the obligatory. And it happened with almost no public debate about what was actually at stake. There were critics. The free silver movement in the 1870s and 1880s understood, at least intuitively, that something fundamental had been taken. The Greenback Labour Party understood. The agrarian populists who followed understood. William Jennings Bryan, standing before the 1896 Democratic Convention, didn't choose the metaphor of crucifixion on a cross of gold by accident. He knew or sensed that something had been killed. But the debate, when it happened, was framed in technical terms: sound money versus cheap money, gold versus silver, inflation versus deflation. The deeper question, who controls the creation of money and on what basis, and to whose benefit, that question never quite made it to the center of public discourse.
No shit, Mongo. Fuck yeah, it didn't make it to the conversation. What the fuck? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Listen again.
The deeper question, who controls the creation of money and on what basis, and to whose benefit, that question never quite made it to the center of public discourse.
Never quite made it. No, I didn't make it to the conversation, man. Oh, look at that. 5330, man. 5330. Hey, Larry, it's going to 10,000, bro. It's going to 10,000, man. It's going to go to 10,000.
It was framed out, technically, deliberately. I can't prove deliberately, but the framing served certain interests with uncanny consistency. The deeper I went, the more that consistency became impossible to ignore. Within 20 years of the National Banking Acts by the 1880s, the agricultural regions of America were experiencing a credit crisis. Farmers who had operated, however imperfectly, within a locally mediated financial system found themselves dependent on distant banks for seasonal credit. That credit came with terms they didn't set, interest rates they couldn't
fuck
negotiate.
you guys. Fuck you, Mongos.
Collateral
Ain't no fucking way. If silver goes to 1,000, all right, I'll just fucking delete my channel. I'm done, man. I'm out of fucking silver at 1,000. I'm gonna say gas prices are gonna hit $10 a gallon, but I ain't going 1,000 for silver. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, not possible. Fuck off. Ain't no fucking way. Not anytime soon. Maybe in the next, 5 years. Let's see what happens. But yeah, gas is going to be like $10 a gallon here this summer. Watch me, bro. Watch me, bro. Yeah, I'll just, yeah. You hold on to it. Hold on to it. Yeah, it might go to like you said, might go to 500. You're wishing it goes to 500. I know you guys are here, but I don't see, dude. It's $90 right now. Okay, ain't going to 500 anytime soon, man. Might be 19 in 2028. We'll see. We will see, man. Yeah. Don't be getting crazy with silver, man. 500 easy. All right, we will see, man. I'm not saying it's not possible. I mean, anything's possible, but That seems a bit crazy, bro. I mean, 500 for an ounce of silver? Dude, I got a whole bunch of coins here, man. The fuck, they're going to be worth a bunch of money. Okay. But it's not, 500, 1,000? That's great. No. Yeah. So, we're at 5,300 for gold. And that's crazy to me, by the way. 5,300 for gold is kind of crazy, man. I could have bought gold at like 180 an ounce back in the day. But yeah, here we are, decades later. Here it is, 5,300. What? Anyway, crazy, man. We're banking it. Let's bank this shit, man. The robot gods do need silver. You're right. Hey, have you guys seen the price of memory? Do you guys have you ever upgraded memory on your computer, where you had to go from like, back in the day, man, I had to go from like 4 megs to 8 megs to be able to scan something on a scanner, because the computer wouldn't do it. I paid $50 a meg. And now we're talking gigabytes. I listened to a guy I really trust the other day, told me that he bought some memory like a few weeks ago at like 280. I don't know. It was gigabytes of memory. And now that 280 is 650. And I was like, oh shit, the amount that it costs for memory is absolutely gone through the fucking crazy roof. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah. What happened, Larry? You got some memory you hugged a few days ago? Yeah. Anyway, memory apparently to upgrade your computer is very expensive, man. Very expensive. So yeah, I think you might be right when you say the robot gods need the silver, Wolfman. I think you're right, because there's a lot of silver in those chips, bro. And guess what, man? They're building these AI centers all over the fucking world. Giant fucking 10 football fields of computers. And they all need silver, man. All of them. Yeah. They also need gold. But yeah, memory is crazy expensive, man. Anyway, that's what I heard. Don't believe me. Do not believe me, man. That's what I heard, man, for somebody I trust. I was like, oh, shit. He paid $280, now it's $650? I'm like, oh, shit, really? Same. Oh. Now it's $6.50. Yeah, it goes quick, man. Guess what, man? When you're paying $10 a gallon, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I could have bought a bunch of gallons at $5 or $3 or whatever you're paying." Yeah, guess what? We're at war, and all kinds of shit's about to go fuck off. In my opinion, we're gonna go shit show, full shit show, man. 2020 shit show. It might be worse than 2020. I don't know. At least financially. Back in 2020, when they shut the entire world down, everything was free, man. You could get free this and free that, free burgers and free. Yeah, you could get. This is a different time now, man. Different time, man. What's up with this? You got to pay for everything, man. You got to pay for parking and yeah, you're paying, Mongos. You got to pay. Because, we're the banks and we decide what's up, Mongos.
It operated,
we decide
however
what's up.
imperfectly, within a locally mediated financial system, found themselves dependent on distant banks for seasonal credit. That credit came with terms they didn't set, interest rates they couldn't negotiate, and collateral requirements that increasingly meant their land. The foreclosure wave of the late 19th century, which drove the agrarian political movements, which produced the Populist Party, which generated decades of rural political fury. That wave was not simply the result of bad harvests or falling commodity prices, though those contributed. It was, structurally, the result of the transition, the result of a system in which the money supply was controlled by centralized institutions whose incentives were not aligned with agricultural productivity, whose credit allocation decisions were made in eastern cities, whose bond collateral requirements meant that currency availability tracked government debt rather than seasonal agricultural need. Not the weather, not individual improvidence, not market forces operating in some neutral, invisible way, the structure, the deliberately, legislatively constructed structure. And that structure persists. The mechanisms have changed, the names have changed, the institutional sophistication has evolved enormously. But the fundamental relationship in which currency is created through institutional credit extension, rather than through productive asset backing, in which the money supply is managed by centralized authorities, whose decisions cascade down to ordinary economic lives, that relationship was installed in the 1860s and the 1870s, and the communities that understood money differently.
That picture looks AI to me. I don't know, I don't know. Who can be the arbiter of what AI is and what's not at this point? I mean, was it a real picture? They just kind of tweaked it? I don't know, man. Yeah, the system's brilliant, man. Yep. I mean, if you're a cock, Larry, and you want to start an LLC, you can have a fucking shit show if you know what you're doing, man. You can raise everything you own, you can sell to your LLC, you can, tax write-off, all this shit. Yeah, you can be a real cock, man, and do really devious fuck all, LLC fucking shit, man. Yeah, you can do it, and it's available, and if you know how to do it, you can do it. I wouldn't do it, but, there are people that do it, man, and that's all I'm saying, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can be an honest company that runs an LLC, man. I got one. I have an LLC. I'm just nobody, man. I'm a fucking nobody. Could I loan my LLC a bunch of money and get some credit and take out a bunch of... Yeah, I could do all kinds of shit with my LLC, but I don't because, I'm an upstanding, realistic human being that's, not looking to take advantage of anybody, man. I just want to, get through this place, not owing anybody anything, man. That's it. I don't want to owe anybody fucking nothing, bro. That's the end of my fucking trip. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to owe these bank fucks, man. Dick, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a nice guy, fucking out here checking out where we live, what's going on, who's controlling what, which war are we gonna fight today? I'm fucking nobody, man. Yeah, I'm not into the money thing, but if I've got food and a couple of beers, I'm good. I'm cool, man. But there's greedy fucks, man. Greed is a bitch, man. People get so sucked into greed, man. I've watched this show called American Greed for decades, and it goes into stories about the guy's making $3 million a year, and he runs the company, and he steals the company for $100 million. This is a story that's been told over and over again, man. An NGO? I don't know. How do we start an NGO, man? Larry knows. How do you... Yeah. Here we are, man. Here we are trying to figure it out. And they make it so confusing you can't figure it out. That's that's one of their tricks, man. Whether it comes to space or taxes or wealth or management or money, it's so confusing that the average person's not going to be able to freaking go through it and figure it out, man. And that's where they got their advantage, man. And they just make it super confusing, man. What's that old saying, man? Baffle them with bullshit. That's how you sell shit. Is you baffle them with bullshit. And I was like, really? You just baffle them. They then become so confused. They're like, yeah, whatever. I'll sign here. Okay, that's good. Okay, sign here.
Other than through productive asset backing, in which the money supply is managed by centralized authorities whose decisions cascade down to ordinary economic lives. That relationship was installed in the 1860s and the 1870s, and the communities that understood money differently, that have built systems, however imperfect.
That's it. It was the Rockefellers, man. Once the American people know nothing, everything's a lie, then we got them. Yeah. Yeah, we'll teach them about everything about nothing. Yeah, I got a plan. Fuckers. Yeah, you got a plan, Larry. I got a plan. Zern's got a plan. We all got plans, man. Let's plan this out, bro. Here we go. Mongos. You guys got this.
Was installed in the 1860s and the 1870s, and the communities that understood money differently, that have built systems, however imperfect, in which a citizen's productive assets had monetary standing, those communities and their financial memory were quietly erased. I want to close with a question, not an answer. I don't have an answer. I'm not sure.
I don't have any fucking answers either. I got a lot of questions, but yeah, I don't have any answers. I'm with this AI Mongo. I am.
I want to close with a question, not an answer. I don't have an answer.
What's the fucking question?
I'm not sure an answer is available.
What's the question?
Is this: what would money look like if it had gone differently? What if the 1863 and 1864 Banking Acts had preserved some meaningful space for locally issued, productively backed currency alongside the national system? What if the Coinage Act of 1873 had maintained silver's monetary standing, maintaining a metal accessible enough?
I mean, I got a whole fucking shit show list of what ifs, bro. What the fuck if? What if that people had balls and stand up to these Mongos, bro? That would be cool, man.
Alongside the national system. What if the Coinage Act of 1873 had maintained silver's monetary standing, maintaining a metal accessible enough to serve rural and working communities? What if the global consolidation of monetary authority in the 1840s through 1870s had been contested more successfully, had been slowed, had been partially reversed? Would the system be more fragile? Perhaps. Probably. Local currency systems carry real risks. I've acknowledged that throughout. I'm not romanticizing the free banking era. There was fraud, there was failure, there were wildcat.
What the fuck is floating in the middle of the sky there, man? Some balloons, satellites. What the hell is going on there, man? Satelloons? I don't know, man. What the hell is floating in the sky, bro? What the hell is that, bro?
Local currency systems carry real risks. I've acknowledged that throughout. I'm not romanticizing the free banking era. There was fraud, there was failure, there were wildcat banks and worthless notes and genuine harm. But would there also be something preserved that was lost? Some meaningful connection between productive capacity and monetary standing? Some check on the indefinite expansion of debt? Some institutional memory that money need not always, inevitably, structurally, be an obligation? The evidence suggests we lost something when those notes were cancelled and burned. Not just an economic mechanism, something closer to a principle. The principle that a community's productive wealth is itself a form of monetary foundation, that the farmer's stored grain, the builder's finished structure, the craftsman's finished goods, that these are not merely commodities awaiting monetization by institutional grace, but are themselves intrinsically expressions of the value that money is supposed to represent. That principle was taxed out of existence, legislated out of existence, and then mostly forgotten. The deeper I went into this story, the more I kept returning to that single image, the cancelled note, the red stamp, the finality of it. Someone somewhere, maybe a
Fucking Zern. I love you, brother. Yeah, the strippers now. Yeah. You're a fucking doer, man. That's hilarious. It's UFOs. I don't know if it was UFOs, man. That's hilarious.
returning to that single image, the cancelled note, the red stamp, the finality of it. Someone somewhere held that note, maybe a farmer, maybe a merchant, maybe a labourer who had earned it through genuine work, and then was told it was no longer valid, was no longer money, was no longer anything. And what replaced it was a note backed not by his productivity, but by a government bond, not by what he built, but by what the state owed, not by his past labour, but by a future obligation. Was that a better system? Was it inevitable? Was it the only possible path from the chaotic monetary landscape of the early republic to the industrial economy of the 20th century? Or was it a choice, made by specific people in specific rooms for specific reasons, that remade the financial relationship between citizens and institutions in ways that still govern our lives today?
Hey, man, the financial institutions that we are under today have been forged through, it seems like decades and decades, maybe centuries of cocks, man. Of cocks, man. The gold, man. Oh, we'll just issue a piece of... Will you put your gold in our bank, bro? You bring me your gold. I'll put it in my bank, and I'll give you a piece of paper, bro. How's that sound? That sounds great. Okay, I really trust you. I think it's a good idea. And then you're gonna loan out, okay, way more than you have in your bank. You're gonna loan out all kinds of shit, way more than you have, and in the bank. And that sounds good. That's a great idea, man. You could loan out, 90% of what you have in the bank. What? You only got like $100 bucks. You can loan out like 1,000. Okay, that sounds good, bro. Yeah, it sounds like a really good idea, man. I know I only have $100 in the bank, but I'm gonna loan you like $1,000. No problem, bro. I got you covered. I don't know how it works. Dude, what a system, man. What a shit show system, bro. That's all I gotta say. It's a fucking shit show out there, man. Fuck. Anyway, we're at war. I'd love to get your guys' take on this whole shit show and the fucking shit show. The fucking shit show, man.
Okay, this next song is called Angel on the Line. I spent a good minute working in a factory setting for a while, and you don't see a lot of good looking things in a factory. There's a lot of gray and yellow tape, green tape, red tape, and a lot of people who are angry, angry and tired. But every once in a while, you see something that looks kind of nice in there, and it's usually every summer when the college girls come home. And so I wrote this song, Angel on the Line. In an old dusty factory, I saw you there, hiding your blue eyes and your long blonde hair. Behind a frown, you paint on your face to let us all know how much you hate this place. First I didn't talk to you, I was scared it must seem for the beauty who'd make up the most of my dreams. You were the prettiest bluebird never to sing next to all those cockroaches and the loud bass machines. You had beauty, you had grace, but you couldn't tell by your face, with a factory frown and a cigarette for show. You were an angel on the line, home from college, working nights. You were too good, you were too smart for this job, but you weren't for me. No, I didn't smoke when you went out for a lie, but I'd stand in your fumes just to be by your side. The first time I seen you smile was when I brought you a pack. I coughed down my lungs while you stood back and laughed. You told me all the stories of the college town nights, all the parties and the drinking and all the big city lights. And I did my best to show you life on a farm, from hunting and fishing to straw bale cut arms. 'Cause you had beauty, you had grace, but you couldn't tell by your face, with a factory frown and a cigarette for show. You were an angel on the line, home from college, working nights. You were too good, you were too smart for this job, but you weren't for me. And June went by too fast and July flew by. I was counting down days and you were saving up nights. When the school year did come around, you came up to me, hiding tears in my eyes. You put a peck on my cheek.
Let's hear it from my partner.
Now my job still sucks and you're still long gone. The factory's still dusty and the nights are still long. I hope all's well with you, 'cause I'm here doing fine, daydreaming of working by an angel down the line.
Sweet, man. Thank you guys. Piff, man. Time to piff. Time to piff, man. I got a piff for you, bro. I hope it works out. I don't know. I just pulled it real quick.
Let's hear it from my partner, Skid Roper, on the washboard. Man, Skid Roper put out 5 albums between 85 and 89, and we played all over America, but we lived right here in San Diego, California. We haven't played in 23 years, and I wrote this next song 27 years ago. It was true then, and it's true now.
God bless you, man.
Oh! Well, I hate banks, just can't stand them. Give me the shovel, man, I'm playing them. 6 feet under, that's where they belong. I hate banks is the name of the song. Think I rhyme myself 1 or 2. I hate banks, yeah, how about you? Well, let me the dime, repossess my house any old time. Financial institutions ain't there so highfalutin. Just a bunch of dudes in 3-piece suits, yeah, trying to steal all I loot. Fake selling, high rank, must be there, sneaky bang. Smells worse than a raw thing. Wall Street can't loot like me. Oh! Now I remember the first 2 verses. Throw the money changers out of the temple. I hate banks, just that simple. Roll crown, pomade tin is the best thing. Keep your money in. Mason see a bank where you know what to do. Friends, I like Ernie Banks. Hey, wait, where's Mitch at? I said I like Ernie Banks. Where the hell's Mitch at? I like the banks of the Mississippi River. I like Elizabeth Banks. And I like Banks of Fender Twin Reverb electric guitar amplifiers behind me, raging on the stage. That's my big guitar solo. Sorry, I fucked up. I messed up there. I want everybody to repeat after me. Is everybody ready? All right, don't repeat after me. Say it with me. I hate banks. Say what? I hate banks. Say it again. I hate banks. Let me hear you. I hate banks. Go ahead. I hate banks. One more time. Well, I hate banks, you just can't stand them. Give me a shovel and man, I'm playing them. 6 feet under, that's where they belong. I hate banks is the name of the song. Think I rhyme myself 1 or 2. I hate banks, yeah, how about you? You know, friends, I'm not real fond of the phone company either. What about the cable TV people? Yeah, internet provider. Kiss Mojo's, Harry Blood, kiss it in the morning, kiss it in the evening, kiss it at supper time.
All right, man. Far out, man. Far out. Oh, shit, man. That was crazy, bro. I didn't think I would find it. I didn't think I could find something fresh about I hating banks, man. Hate the fucking banks, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, this stream sucks, Zern. You're right, man. It's just horrible, bro. You got to go live, Larry. You got to do it, man. You could make it work way better than I can, man. Way better, man. Yeah. All right. I got 11:11 Mongos. 11:11 Mongos. I got to go. Hold on. Hey, I got Larry on the line. Hold on. Fuck. Shit. Everybody thought I left, man. But Larry called me. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We got Larry. Good. Thank you for calling, man. You're a good guy, man. I like it.
Yeah, you've been. I haven't talked to you in quite a while.
It's been what, like 3 months? I think I called you last. It might be 4. I don't know. It's been a minute.
Yeah, something like that. It's good to see some of the fellas and fellettes out there.
That's right. Yeah, we got the Wolfman, Zern showing up. GM. You got Susan. Yeah, we got some old.
Yeah, Zern's number was turned off because I tried to call him, and obviously he moved to this thing and did the old split move, everything else. Now he's in Florida. He's probably got a suntan. He's probably got like I don't know 4 or 5 babes with like tits in his face.
Yeah.
On the beach.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh come on, Zern's a good-looking guy. I'm sure he's down there talking shit about all of us. He's like, yeah, I met this guy one time who was all around the clubs, and you wouldn't believe what this fucking guy did. And all of a sudden, they're like, what the hell did he do? What the hell did he do?
Yeah. It was the guy. It was this guy named Larry. It was this guy.
Yeah, the guy. You know the guy.
It was a guy. A guy I knew. Oh, shit.
Exactly. But we'll talk a little bit, and it's already 2 o'clock here, and
Yeah, it's getting late, man. It's getting late.
I don't care. I'm usually up all night anyway. Which my kids always tease me about. They're like, Dad, can't get a hold of you in the morning. I'm like, yeah, but you can get a hold of me at 2 o'clock in the morning. So there you go.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleep's a certain amount of time, and when I'm hungry, I eat. When I sleep, and if I'm up, I'm awake. If I'm not, well, call me later.
Exactly. It's hit and miss, man.
Yeah, besides that, all my kids are older now. I mean, even the youngest one, little Katie. Remember little Katie?
Oh, man. It's been, yeah.
Yeah, dude, she's 18.
Yeah.
She's taller than my other 2 daughters.
How did this happen, man? How did,
I don't know. Apparently, if you feed them, they keep growing.
yeah. Don't feed them. That's,
Well, it's not my problem. Actually,
shit.
my youngest actually moved with her mother to Florida, so she's not even in Jersey anymore. They moved down to Florida.
Down there with Zern.
Well, good God, I hope not. It's like watching a whale on the beach.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Zern got big or anything like that, but I did try to call him.
Yeah, yeah, I've sent him messages. I gave him a link to like I think it was a Google called a Google Meet, and he couldn't join. Man, the guy's technically challenged. He's blocked.
Look at this fucker. He just said I blocked everyone.
I block everyone, man. He blocks everyone, man. He even blocked. He blocked me.
Yeah, he blocked me. What the fuck? Just because my
We're all
garage
blocked.
door doesn't fucking work. My garage door doesn't fucking work anymore, and I was calling for some help.
Are you still doing garage doors, Zern? Come on, man. Are you still doing garage doors? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, man.
We should do the old fashioned. I think I still have one or two that I can actually just restart.
Yeah?
and send a link or put it in chat. Of course, you're gonna get the trolls in there, like the ladies' room crew and all that crap. But,
Yeah.
It's.
I remember. I remember.
Yeah, all that crap happens. And I'm sure they're still around. It's like, why be deterred from that? It's like, besides topography, the Earth is flat. Like you can't bend the water.
There's no bendy water? There's fucking bendy water.
There's no bendy water.
Come on.
There's no. And Vinny still has his thing. He's on a different platform. I've seen Vinny on there. I've joined his chat on a different platform.
Yeah, he's.
And, yeah. But I've also talked to Plain Truth. Constantly. I mean. Plain Truth.
Mike.
Truth and
You're talking about
yeah,
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike. Mike and I have talked, considerably. I've bumped into Felix.
Hey, man. Real quick, man. Give me your take on this whole Iranian conflict, man, that's going on, bro. Give me a
Boy.
give me a quick one, man, 'cause I know you're into that shit. Go ahead.
All right, here's the quick scenario. It has nothing to do with Iran.
Okay.
Has to do with the oil supply that's going to China. We've already taken out Venezuela.
Right.
And that's where China gets a lot of its oil from. In fact, I think it's about 60% of Venezuela oil goes to China, and I think about 80% of Iranian oil goes to China. It's not about the, Israel and all this.
Right. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
let's and I know what Israel is, and they're not the Israelites, so let's just make that clear right now. However,
Right.
it's about a superpower play, which if you're in charge and you're going to play it, you got to make the play. And
Right.
I think this is going to be tough. It gets worse before it gets better. However, I think the play overall is going to work out, and we're going to see the proceeds of that in the next coming years. And it just has to stop because, you have such it's not about the inflation so much, because when and you and I are older, Kenny, and
Yeah.
most of our people that we know, I remember, 14, 15, 17%, on a loan or
Yes.
something you got.
17%, baby. No problem.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
it wasn't a percentage. It was what you were purchasing,
Right.
and the purchase price has become so unaffordable. You can get it at 0% and still not be able to afford it, and that's where it's going to explode. So
Right.
that has to be changed and switched around, and that's what I think is going on here from a kind of a banking standpoint, if you
Yeah.
will. And I understand that, and you're seeing gold and silver like shoot through the roof.
Right.
And that's like a telltale sign that there's a major change coming. Do I like the fact that this happened?
No.
You got to get rid of the thorn in the tiger's paw, and unfortunately, that was it. It's like I don't even know why these little people have any say whatsoever, and now they're gone. Now it's over.
Yeah.
Now let's retreat and let them handle themselves, and go ahead and do your thing, and we'll be over here because we got our own problems to deal with. So let's go back and deal with our own shit, and you guys take care of your stuff. That's kind of how I see it. If that came out correctly.
Close enough. The digital money thing's coming.
Yeah, not a good thing.
It's a crazy thing, but I just went through the whole banking system, man. How it's absolutely been corrupted, going back 100 years, even minimum, maybe 300 years. And
Well, it's actually to the time of Jesus, when Jesus walked into the bankers and turned over the tables.
it goes
If you
back,
read
yeah.
the Bible, and just said, you are all basically banished. You are not. There shall be no loan past 7 years, and this is not how this works. And come on, this is back in biblical times.
Yeah.
So it's been going on a long time, and unfortunately, you can have nice shiny things and promise to pay someone. And again, I've been in contracting. I'm gonna be 59 in a couple months. Can you believe that shit?
Yes, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this has been going on my whole life, and I knew about this when I was young, and that's why I became self-employed. Which
Hey, let me interject slightly, man. A lot of these companies have gone to this app. Okay, if you buy a BMW in Germany and you want to drive around with it, that's cool. Now, if you want to use your heated seats, you have to pay $5 a month
oh yeah, I love that one.
to use your own fucking heated seats in your car, bro. and you have to use it with your app. You have to have the app, and you have to like you. I learned this like 3 years ago, and I was like, "What? Get the fuck out of here!"
I never liked the heated seats. I had a Yukon, GMC Yukon,
Yeah.
and the heated seats malfunctioned, and I was going around in like 85-degree weather, and the heated seat would just turn on, and all of a sudden my ass
Oh
would get like
shit! That's no good.
like,
That's no
I
good,
would
man.
be like burning, and they malfunctioned. So,
Huh.
that's why I went back to a Gen 2 Dodge Cummins, and
Right.
it has absolutely no amenities. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. I don't want the electronic stuff.
Okay. All right, but yeah, I'm just saying, man. They're nickel and diming everyone, whether they want to, use their heated seats or their radio or whatever it takes, man, to make $10, $20, $30 a month off of a subscription. Because, you can't just get in your car and listen to the radio. I mean, my God, that would be like free. We can't have free, and we got to get rid of that shit, man. And yeah, and that's kind of where I was going with that. I was like, hey, man, the system is completely fucking whack. You know that, I know that, but is it available for a capitalist cuck to take advantage and totally make a bunch of money? Yeah. Hey, when I was a kid, man, I didn't have the opportunity to do a live stream and make money on whatever platform, X or YouTube. Whatever. We didn't grow up with that.
Hold on, we're announcing today that Kenny is going to have his own OnlyFans.
Yes, I'm going OnlyFans around.
Yep, he's doing OnlyFans, and Kenny will be on there 24/7.
Right.
And you can join for $8.99 a month.
$8.99 a month, bro. I got like
$8.99 a month. Unless it's
100.
$2.47 for the alternate. If you don't want to see too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in my bikini, and it's gonna be great. It's just gonna be great. No, but even just
The
that,
only thing
dude.
that disturbs me is that you have a bikini. Dude, what the fuck?
I don't have a bikini,
You should have said Speedo. Speedo was the correct term.
but whatever.
Yeah, Kenny, you're getting too old, man.
I'm
You gotta
getting
hurry
too
up.
old, man. I'm getting too fucking.
Yeah. You could have Zern on the beach. You could have
Zern on the beach. That's what I
Zern
want,
on the-
man.
Yeah, Zern on the beach. You could have Larry in Jersey. You could have Kenny and Cali.
Yeah, we're rolling, man.
Yeah,
We got the globe covered, man. We got the globe covered, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like we could call it the three old farts and mental deranged people or something. I don't know.
Why not, man? Hey, guess what, man? Anybody can have an opportunity to make a podcast or a live stream or whatever, man. OnlyFans, whatever. There are people making hundreds of millions of dollars on OnlyFans, dude.
It's crazy.
Fuck
It's crazy.
Nobody, when I grew up, nobody had that opportunity, and that is, that's something that gets.
Here's a problem with OnlyFans, and here's how I'll describe it. OnlyFans is going to be something where you get paid money. Money comes in,
Yeah.
and this sort of thing. And what happens is, as the money comes in, goes out, you're going to pay tax on that. Now, what's the nice thing about going to an old-fashioned strip club? There's no tax on tips. And
right.
I have several friends that still do this, and I'm like, you guys got the golden whistle. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but they can't make $100 million in tips, bro. You can make $100 million in OnlyFans because, you got some good content, whatever. I don't know. I've never actually been on OnlyFans. I don't even know what it's about, but other than I read the headlines and says, hey, man, this girl made $100 million last year on OnlyFans. That's all I know, man.
I do not have, nor nor have I been on nor subscribed to any OnlyFans. I just
Yeah,
want to make that
I
clear.
haven't
However,
even been on there, man.
However,
Period.
it works like this. They sell content on there, like they sell, like whatever they do on there.
Right,
Mostly
like makeup, to whatever.
It could be, yeah. Most of it's naked or whatever they're doing. Soft porn, hard porn, whatever they're doing, and they sell a subscription per month.
Right.
That's how they make their money. It's
I
taxable.
get it, man. I get it, man. That's
Yeah, and they do it in the privacy of their own home, and it's like, okay, well, that's kind of getting us into AI because you're not physically
shit.
in the room
AI.
with someone.
Yes.
Because I've seen some strippers where you're like, oh hell no, no, I don't even want to tip you because I can smell that thing from like 10 feet away. So no, I'm sorry.
Well, what I smell is there's been a lot of AI content out there recently in the last year that is literally people out there. They got those filters, man. Those filters, and people look certain way, and then the filter goes off accidentally, and it exposes them. It exposes them for what they really are. But yeah, there's a lot of AI shit going on out there.
Well, that's been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's been around a long time. They're just saying it now because, I mean, come on. If you go on the computer and you say, I don't know, how large are Margaret's tits around the street, and all of a sudden you get a reply.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? And that's been around 10, 15 years. So they're just rolling it out to let you know it's coming. Dude, it's been here a while. It's already here. They're just trying to let you know.
Right.
Yeah, don't forget plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability. I love that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
but Larry, man, think about it, man. I mean, we grew up. You go to work, you build something, you get paid. Now kids can sit in their fucking basement and make like $100,000 a year, just doing stupid shit, taking drugs. Dude, I used to watch this live stream. Vinny turned me on to it. The guy would spin a wheel and say, "Hey, man, which drug do you want me to take tonight?" And it was like, holy shit. That was on YouTube. The guy would spin a wheel and it would end up on acid or coke or whatever. But he would get people to pay him to, which one, do you want?
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It still is crazy, man. We're living in crazy times. The president seems to have gone into Iran and said, "Hey, Mongos, you guys are toast, bitches." And we're like, "Oh shit, Mongo." He went into Argentina. Yeah, you're right, man.
Well, Venezuela, you mean?
I mean Venezuela. I'm a big Argentinian fan because I drink their wine. I love Argentinian wine. It's good stuff, man. But yeah, Venezuela, they don't make good wine. Their wine sucks, man. Don't drink their wine. But
Well, no, even the oil sucks, but they have a ton of it. So
Right.
the only reason Venezuela became an oil-producing country, is because of our engineers. They went down there and said, "Hey, we can
drill here, drill there."
Yeah, we can also, process this into fuels and fossil fuels, which, if nobody is in touch with, it's in fucking everything. It's into plastics. It's into, I mean, you even a condom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. It's all comes from petroleum-based products.
Yeah.
And that's where, Venezuela has a ton of it. They just can't process it correctly. And that's why they were sending it to us at first. And, obviously regime took over and didn't work out. And, by the way, everybody keeps saying, oh, Maduro. Guess what? He lost the election and stayed in power.
Yeah.
Just like Zelensky and just like Netanyahu, all three of them have been voted out. I will digress. They have been voted out and stayed because they want to stay in a war at wartime. The sitting president or prime minister of a country shall stay until that war is settled. That's the only reason these three fuckers are there. Otherwise, one is gone, two is dead,
Oh,
and
shit.
and the third one, Netanyahu. Excuse me, that would be four actually, because the Ayatollah is gone now. Netanyahu, he was voted out also, and that's when the October 7th thing came in, and that's why Charlie Kirk got fucking whacked, because he came out and said, "Hey, I've been to that southern border of Giza, or Gaza, whatever the fuck they
Gaza.
call it."
Giza. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. He says you can't go 50 fucking yards without seeing a young man with an AK-47 ready to fucking kill your ass.
Right.
And they're coming in on parachutes like, "Fly, let me be free," and they're all coming in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, give me
Come
a fucking
on,
break,
man.
dude.
Give me a break, bro.
That was
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely a red flag to keep him in power, because he was about to be ousted. Yeah, I know a little bit about Zion and,
Yeah,
and
you do.
all that shit and everything else in the banking system, and that's why I chatted out there, because I'm like, yeah, I of course I know about it. That's how I came into Flat Earth. I was taking a break, and who knew I'm taking a break from banking because they forged my signature on documents, which I'm looking into legally, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, Flat Earth. Well, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is that, man?
Yeah,
Flat Earth?
I thought it was some kind of gimmick or something. I'm like, all right,
Right.
I could use a sidetrack. About 10 hours later, I'm in a sidetrack, and about 3-4 weeks later, I'm
Right.
on a podcast.
You're on Free Chan. You're on Free Chan.
No, I was on Political Hillbilly at first.
Oh, you're on Hillbilly? Okay.
Yeah, with Hillbilly, which, obviously, and I'm like, wow, these people have a lot of problems with this. These people have, really major problems, dude. Is this where we all go for a group like, "Hi, my name is Larry. I'm an alcoholic."
Yeah. Zern thinks you're very likable, even though he thinks you were a fad.
Well, Zern has very bad discernment.
Political Hillbilly. Yeah, Zern remembers that Mongo shit, man.
Oh yeah, of course he does. That's
Yeah,
where
he does.
I think that's where I met Zern.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, it could be, or on Free Chan, or there was so many channels I was on and did so much crap.
Fucking
And then
Poncho.
I switched-
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, and even Poncho lost his fucking lid, and I'm like, what happened to this guy?
Poncho is a great comedian, magician, communicator, but yeah, he got into some heavy stuff with the school district and his kid, and I think he got like, dude, you need to back off this flat Earth shit, and he's gone down like 3 years now, 3+ years of going into the tranny thing, man. I mean, whoa, bro. I mean, but he.
Well, yeah, because he started putting on pictures. He's like, let me guess. Larry would know.
Larry-
And I guessed
Larry would know.
Yeah, and I guessed every one of them correct.
Yeah, but he's done this for like 3 years now, and he's like, everybody's a fucking a tranny. Like, wait, whoa, wait a minute, bro. Time out.
Yeah, well, exactly, because if all
Time
the
out.
men are women and all the women are men,
Right.
well, doesn't that make us back in the same position?
Well, that's a good point. It would be, kind of, it would equal out. Yeah, it would equal out.
Well, yeah, because if all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, even though we're all men,
Right.
and now they change it, and we're all women, and women are all men. Well, what changed? Nothing. I still
Nothing.
like the fuck vagina.
Nothing's changed. You guys are great. Zern, good to see you, brother. Good. Thank you for calling, Larry. Fuck, I gotta go to bed. I gotta.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll let you go, and we'll
Dude,
have to
I do thank you for calling, though, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Well, you almost dared me to do it, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I was
okay,
daring you.
All right,
I'm like,
that's
fuck
it.
it, you just call me, Mongo. Well, you got my
That's it.
number.
And
Fuck it.
I saw Zern come in here too, so now Zern, I got your number. I'm gonna call your ass.
Yeah, call Zern's ass, man.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to call Zern's ass. Fuck. Send me Zern's number, man. I'll call his ass.
oh, that's it. It's going out worldwide now. No, I can't. No.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'll talk to
All
him
right.
first, but
Text.
but,
Yeah. Give me a call. Give me his number. I'll
good,
call him.
Good talking to you, Kenny. And,
Dude, we got to. Yeah, we got to do some. Like you said, a little roundup of the old OG Mongos. And
well, it'll be cool, and I could do it on my channel because it's
Yeah,
I'm
well,
kind of
wherever,
I'm
your
kinda-
channel, mine, I don't care, man. I would just love to hang out with all you guys, Wolfie and Zern and you and Felix and Wolfman. Hey, fuck yeah, that would be great, man. It would just.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do it this way. So anyone watching this, we'll try to set a time or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a date or put it out there. So I'd say watch social media. Like on Facebook, which that's all I got is Facebook. Put it out there or something
right.
like that, and
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not flat Earth on Facebook, but I'm out. I can definitely get on Facebook.
I'll fucking call you. What do you
Just
mean?
call me. Just call me, man. Fucking tell me.
I'll call you and we'll do an old,
All right.
kind of an old fashioned like the drink.
All right. Send me Zern's number, bro. Whatever.
I will after I talk to him. Hopefully it's him. Otherwise it's the IRS asking me what the hell's going on.
Well, fuck the IRS. But yeah.
Well, exactly. It's 2:40 in the fucking morning. What are you
Yeah.
for?
Hey, guess what, man? Your eclipse is gonna start any minute, man. You go out and check out the eclipse.
Listen, I don't date fat chicks, so I don't like the eclipse.
Eh.
It always reminds me of a chick with a fat ass, so I'm sorry about that.
I hear you, man. I'm not. I'm not pissed. I'm okay with it. All right, man. Love you, brother. All right.
You too, man. You be good. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, all you Mongos. Thank you, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Fucking Mongos. Zern, you're a Mongo. One last song, man. I gotta go to bed, man. Fuck. I gotta pick a good one. Shit. Not that one. Not that one. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know if I got one. You got Zern, you got Larry, we got Wolfman, GM showed up for a second. I'm looking. Hey, hold on, man. I'm looking. Fuck those Mongos. Yeah, I don't think I have anything super solid, man. That's gonna be like, oh my goodness, that was really good. Fuck it. Fuck this. All right, Mongos. Cheers.
Without of conclusions and ends, I'll gather my words till I understand. When can I see you again? Lonely nights seek your voice in my head. Never thought I'd have much to say. Never thought I'd leave you this way. How could I leave you alone? How could I ever let you go? How could I leave you alone? How could I ever let you go? Got on the bus and I left. I can't run away, can't ever forget. A thousand confessions lay bare. I ran away to end How could I leave you alone? How could I ever let you go? How could I leave you alone? How could I ever let you How could I leave you alone? How could I ever let you go?
All right, let it go. Let it go, Mongos. Let it go. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. All right. We'll catch you later, man. Cheers.